I actually caught this when I was on my way to bed, which is the Bernie Blackout. I know the editor was being funny when they misspelled professionally with only one L. I know you did that to see who was paying attention to the documentary. Hilarious. Some of you probably wondering what is the Bernie Blackout. Bernie Sanders campaigns believed that they didn't receive enough media coverage or wasn't mentioned at all to spin the campaign in a negative light. They say the mainstream media can afford to do this because it is owned by the rich and not by the people. There was a viral video that had one message: if anchors didn't fall in line, they would be fired. This is nothing new. The media have been doing this for years. In my opinion, the media always portray black people in a negative light of being violent and criminals. When it comes to the death of black people, they get little coverage or a small article in a newspaper. I don't know why the Bernie Sanders campaign are surprised they got treated like black people in America. When watching this documentary, it just showed me America is not ready for change. No, America is not ready for change. To me, it looks like America wants to progress backwards and not forward. The media tried to portray Bernie Sanders as a candidate that couldn't get things done, and has Bernie bro supporters also of having radical ideas. I agree with Dr. Cornel West when he said, we come from a people who have been stigmatized, traumatized for 400 years, but produce figures of great fortitude. Well said, I thought. And who better than to represent the people than Bernie Sanders? Bernie Sanders had a large diversity of supporters from the black, Hispanics, and whites that are from low income working class. Also gained the attention of the youth, making the Bernie bro not true. If you are wondering what is the Bernie bro, it is the media trying to spin that Bernie Sanders supporters were young white males who are racist and sexist, which was not true. In the Nevada caucus, a large amount of Hispanics came out to support Bernie Sanders because they believed that he cared for the common people in the LGBT community as well. There was a Republican who gave his opinion in the documentary, and I'm going to need for him to look himself in the mirror and work on himself, because as I know it, God said, love that God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. The greatest commandment is love. And how is it that you have hatred and malice in your heart? And is that Christian life? It is not. I think you need to judge yourself before you judge anybody else. How many would like free public college, erasing student debt, eliminating medical debt, and having Medicare for all? Sound good, right? Well, you ain't getting it. This was Bernie Sanders' policies, and there are people who actually think these are radical ideas. Of course, people are going to think these are radical ideas because it benefits the common people. The media spin a negative light on Bernie Sanders' Medicare plan for all when the Nevada Culinary Union thought the Medicare plan was unacceptable and preferred their own private insurance was better. But all unions failed to realize that all people that are low income that work are not in a union. What about the people that are not in a union? If it is a possibility to give people who are not in a union better insurance, people would more likely go to the doctor and then rather sit at home and be in pain for weeks or months. Do you know how many people are in student debt and wish badly they could get out of student debt? You telling me Bernie Sanders had a plan to get common people out of student debt, and that is considered a radical idea? Bernie Sanders was always for the Green New Deal, taxing extreme wealth, racial justice, prison reform, campaign finance reform, fair elections, free elections, reduce foreign wars, housing for all, free child care for pre-K, and fair banking for all. I don't see nothing radical about these policies. To me, it gives the low-income workers a better chance of living, in my opinion. America says they want a better America, but we had a chance with Hillary Clinton, and we had a chance with Bernie Sanders. What do America really want? I agree with Miss Nina Turner. The eyes are all on you, and all that we love is on the line. Just all that we love cannot judge the success of the nation based on how Wall Street is doing. Wall Street is doing fine, but Main Street is catching hell. But isn't it fabulous? Isn't it wonderful to have a true champion for justice who said Wall Street is coming for your greed? Pharmaceuticals are coming for your greed. Fossil fuel is coming for your greed. But when ordinary people put a little extra on their ordinary, extraordinary things do happen. We are those ordinary people. And if you haven't watched it, you can catch it on the Vice channel. And that is it.